Haha! Welcome back everyone to Fallout 4. We continue this epic... Oi, get out of the teleporter thing to the Institute. We continue our epic journey of the sole survivor, aka the storyteller as I named him, as I have this actual storyteller next to me as well. But, yeah, let's do this.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset.
You wanted to get into the
any harm
Institute,
comes to
right? Well, what are you waiting for?
Personally responsible.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Refrain from opening fire inside the Institute. It could jeopardize our entire...
Wow, Maxon, really? It's not like I already knew that. Completed molecular level. Alright, that's cool. Anyways, we need to get local leaders so I can build more power stations. We need Action Boy. And let's find Madison Lee if I'm correct. From Fallout 3. X324 validation, X334 VR QN4G8 BTO0FV 5ZD2A X657 validation M88LT CP2T3. Okay. Load holotape. What's it named again? This one? Nailed it. We will do that later.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Useless.
This is a fancy
I can only
elevator.
imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Ah, mine.
Sean.
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that
Jesus
this
Christ.
situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Like, is it just me, or is the shoulder parts of his lab coat glowing because of the lighting in the Institute? Let me know. I'm really curious. See, it's kind of glowing.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision.
Yeah, well, I had to try.
The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
What's going on here?
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional. Let's start anew.
I know. Oh my god, the whole
But I
fucking
need...
thing just reset itself.
I am.
How is...
I know. But then... Is it?
But why?
At that side...
Human synths?
The plenty, even in their attempt.
Sure.
I was exact. I am the... I know. What?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Like, okay, yeah, the Institute, they have great technology, and they have far better, like, economy and everything inside their base. You can see how clean it is. But what they're doing, it's kind of wrong by replacing already existing people with human synths.
Are you following?
As, like, Magnolia, I think, and Sturgis, they are a synth. They are synths, but they don't know themselves. I think they just replace already existing people. And there's also one from the Capital Wasteland, I believe, as well.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? The Brotherhood of Steel. They believe they're the only ones fit to control technology and destroy anyone who opposes them. And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast at. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Yeah, Madsen Lee. Where's downstairs? Is it this way? No, it isn't. I don't know the layout of the Institute because I've never sided with them. Probably something I should begin doing. Yeah, I'll be fine. Where's the way out? I don't know the way. Well, I mean, the way to the rest of the Institute to get to Madison Lee. How am I supposed to get to Madison Lee? I like. sucks.
Sean, can we talk about this?
Have you reconsidered your decision?
Sean, isn't there some other option? Some other way we can work things out?
You've seen the Commonwealth. You must have some idea of how this world works. You're either with us or you're not. I'm afraid it's that simple.
How did I get access to Madison Lee without siding with the Institute?
No way to pick this.
Can I pickpocket? I can't pickpocket him. Okay then. Guess we just gotta leave. Not generally something I wanted to do. I wanted to at least find Madison Lee. She's over there. But I don't have access. I can't gain access without siding with the Institute. I don't know what to do, so we have no choice. Because I think the Brotherhood would go hostile if I decided to side with them. Alright, in Fallout 76, a package, a member subscription is getting added, and the NCR Ranger armor will be a member exclusive, and I was thinking about buying it because I just want the outfit. I couldn't care less about all the items or stuff I get. It's a yearly subscription as well. Which is neat.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
Glad to see you've returned safely from the Institute, brother.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
Education.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again?
Society. Even one like
You
ours.
can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Hurrah. guess a talking episode. Yeah,
Taking on a
basically what I expected when going to the Institute, and then this is the first time dealing with the Brotherhood. I've usually done with the Minutemen. Railroad, I'm not even gonna try. They're just idiots.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame. Explain yourself, Knight.
I didn't realize it would make you so angry.
Didn't realize.
I stand by my actions, sir.
Do you? Well, if nothing else, you have the courage to stand your ground. That doesn't absolve you from your mistake. But let's just say you've earned back some of my respect. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our current strategy. We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect that should ensure completion of our special project. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. And Knight, don't disappoint me again. Dismissed.
Man. If I knew that was gonna happen, I would have decided with the Institute.
Internal monitoring active.
Hold up, Knight. Let me make one thing clear. As a member of the Brotherhood, you serve under my command. If you want my respect, you will have to earn it. When I give you a mission, I expect results. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Good. Paladin Dance has already briefed me on your search for the missing recon team. Complete your investigation and report back to me. Dismissed.
Okay then. Let's jump it. Brilliant.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with the devil. I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of lying.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
It'll take a miracle to get this pile of junk operational.
You think he looks rough now? You should have seen him when I unsealed the salvage crates filled with his parts. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. What we need is a robotics expert. and there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fixing robots. Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us? Oh, and take this with you. Once she sees one of those cerebrofusion adapters, I'm pretty sure she'll have a tough time saying no. In the meantime, I'll prep Prime's CPU and we'll see if we can't get the big guy moving.
Cerebrofusion adapter. It, to be honest, it reminds me of a torch. Not the kind of like a welding torch, but in the flashlight thing. Boston City Market. Not a sea here, and that's our home, isn't it?
Can't pick this.
Cola. Nuka-Cola.
Sheffield,
Nuka-Cola.
here you go.
Has he tried getting a job?
We got small arms, long arms, ammunition.
I could have gone all the way around, but
Sorry to let you down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons today.
Actually, I'm looking for Professor Skara.
You are? That's strange, so am I. Her normal field expeditions never last more than a few days, but it's been over a week now. I'm afraid something terrible has happened to her.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Oh, that would be wonderful. The last place Professor Skara said she was going is the General Atomics Galleria. I'll mark it on your mapping device. There. Look, if you find her, could you tell her to come home?
gotcha. Well, General Atomics Galleria, I've been there before. Well, not on this character, but I have. Plus stop from Roxanne, obviously, to get best ending. Man. Alright, the Colonel gets you. Oh boy. It's gonna cause a large explosion now.
Standard operating procedures must be authorized by the director.
Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. You must be our new supervisor.
Yeah, and I'm the governor of Massachusetts, too.
Provisional Governor Graham? Sir, it is an honor. I must say that explains the delay. I'm quite a busy man. Well, let me be the first to welcome you to your new assignment. Once you've had a chance to get settled in, you should report to the director.
What?
His office is located in the statue in the center of the
Wow.
plaza. The Galleria is
Does
currently closed to the public.
Oh my god.
But staff and employees are permitted on the ground, of course. If you have
He
any
doesn't
questions,
understand
I'd be
sarcasm.
happy to assist you.
Why is the Galleria closed?
I'm sorry, but due to pending litigation, I am unable to comment. Please direct your inquiries to the General Atomics Legal Affairs Division.
What is this place?
The General Atomics Galleria is the shopping center of tomorrow today. Our wide array of stores are staffed entirely by the General Atomics line of robots, showcasing the reliability and versatility of a robotic workforce. come in and experience the General Atomics difference.
That's all.
Very well. Enjoy your visit.
And that a body was sad.
The use of force against customers is strictly prohibited.
Guess it was nothing. Easy as pie.
Okay then.
All right, maggot. Step forward. Slowly. Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat? Do I look like I have time for idle chit? Since you don't seem to be willing to do the world a favor and kill yourself, I guess
That seems like a large explosion. Why is there so many cards here? I have prepared them in the end. Be done this video quick then. Mate, who? I'm gonna check. Oh my god. Has to be that one server I'm in. It is. Well, managed to pin myself do not disturb. That's
Get
new.
aboard. Just $5,000 again. Change your mind?
Is there an employee discount? I've got my ID.
An employee? Then you must be. You're our new supervisor, aren't you? Your office is in the back. Please, go on through. But once you've settled in, you really should report to the director in the statue out front. He's been expecting you.
I might have killed him, but eh.
Excuse me, but this is a private research site. If you're here to study these robots, I'll have to insist you relocate to somewhere else.
Wait.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, well, that puts an entirely different spin on everything, doesn't it? My name's Professor Skara, and in answer to what I expect to be your next question, Professor is my first name, not my title. The whole thing's rather complicated. Perhaps I'll explain it to you sometime. So, now that I've formally introduced myself, perhaps you'd care to tell me why you're here.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
That seems rather vague. While I'm flattered that the Brotherhood of Steel would find me useful, I can't help but be wary of your methods and motivations. Perhaps if you were more specific,
You know,
we
in
could
the
come
back
to
when
some
times,
kind of a mutual
people used to
understanding.
be able to carry only a few things at a time.
We need your
Luckily
expertise.
for you,
to get
humanity
Liberty
has
Prime
evolved
back
past
online.
that.
Liberty Prime? Where have I heard that before? Oh, yes. I believe it's some kind of an enormous robot. Intriguing as it sounds, I'm afraid my work at General Atomics isn't complete. Perhaps you could come back another time.
If we wait too long, Liberty Prime will never walk again.
I don't know. I'd really like to get all of my work done here first.
Darn.
Could I stay here and help you, so your work goes faster?
Are you kidding me? The last thing I need is someone else interfering with my work.
On the other hand, it's becoming obvious that you won't leave me in peace until I agree to assist the Brotherhood. All right, you've got a deal. I'll wrap up my collecting trip and meet you at your headquarters. Now, if you'll
Nice.
excuse me, I still have a few loose ends to tie up before I leave.
Yeah, a short combat talking. Oh, okay. Neat. But am I going now back to that? Yeah, I am.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Proctor Ingram, excuse me.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Professor?
You call this a good start? This poor thing's memory core was completely corrupted. Haven't you people ever heard of inertial dampeners? Titanium shock casing? It won't be easy, but I should be able to make a few modifications and get his basic functions online. If you can keep your inept scribes from slowing me down.
Charming, isn't she?
Maybe I should come back later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We might not be the best of friends, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Skara's worth all the aggravation. I've never seen someone so proficient with Prime's power systems. She's already saved us weeks, maybe months of work. In fact, we're ready for you to start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
All right, Ingram. Enough with the school lessons. Here's a list of materials you'll need, and the plans to make the actuators.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Well, this leaves this
Your
episode.
reconnoiter of the Institute complete. We finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
We'll leave this episode here on Fallout 4. Hope you guys enjoy and look at Liberty Prime. When I think of it, he looks quite different from the Fallout 3 version. Obviously, change of graphics. But yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.